Good morning, everyone. This morning we are going to cover an economic subject. The title would be Capital Intensive Economy, Labor Intensive Economy. There are two kinds of economy, as a matter of fact, in that regard. Capital intensive economy, in which computerization, automation, machines, these kind of things are employed in a large sum. But in labor-intensive economy, companies are going to hire more people and they employ less of the machines, less of the automation. For example, compare between Tata and Apple, for example. Now, Apple have 1/10 of the people than Tata has. Tata has 7 lakh people working. Now, turnover between Tata and Apple, both is the same, almost the same. But only 10% of the people working in Apple, then they're working in the Tata. Even less than that, about 45,000 to 7 lakh people with the same turnover. But profit margin is much higher of Apple in comparison with Tata's. But India is labor-intensive economy because India has enormous amount of labor force. And if the companies are going to adopt capitalistic or capital-intensive economic model, then 90% of the Indian workforce will go hungry. They are going to starve to death. And they can create a havoc for the nation. They can create a kind of chaos in the nation. That is, the government will not allow any company to be capital intensive more than only 25%. But in the Western country, scenario is the other way around. It's the contrary over there. Labor force is very scant, very small over there, and capital is huge, demand is huge, exports are huge. So they have to adapt and adapt to computerization, automation, robotics, so the fast production can occur, mega production can occur, and they can support the demand, local, global, and global demand of the goods. Second thing over there, in labor-intensive economy, population like India and China, population is burgeoning. But in capital-intensive economy, population is very small, labor force is very small, especially blue-collar workers, pink-collar workers, fourth category workers. These kind of workers are in a very, very, very deep dirt. Now, I have prepared 3 points for capital-intensive economy and 3 points for labor-intensive. First, we are going to elaborate 3 points of capital-intensive economy. Point number 1 is least human capital. In capital-intensive economy, there are very few people are working. Nowadays, yesterday we went to McDonald's and we found over there big difference between the gap of 1 year. Last year we went over there about 14 or 16 months ago. There were probably 20 people were working. Yesterday we found only 3 people were working and every single thing was computerized. Orders were taken by computers, orders were passed by the computers, orders were prepared by the major help of the computers. Automation was everywhere, robotism was everywhere. Only 3 or 4 people were helping customers face to face and if there is any kind of complaint or anything like cleaning and washing and this sort of thing, there were people. But they cut down probably 70% of the capital intensive labor force, capital intensive thing. And this way, so many changes can occur. When you have capital intensive economy where machines are working, automation is there, you are going to provide better service to the people, qualitative service to the people. No human has touched anything, no human communication is there, so there is no any kind of miscommunication, or there is no any kind of hurt of the feeling. See, this kind of, human can actually do this kind of thing. Same example, yesterday we went to Trans. Over there, my son Ashab was standing on the corner, and one stupid lady working over there thought that nobody is with him. So she started abusing him. Kosher went over there and took her left and right. He screamed and shouted at him, insulted her like the people insult the dogs. You see, computer will never do that. Robot will never do that. These are only human follies and human dirt, human vulgarity, and human satanic qualities. Machine does not have that kind of satanic vulgar qualities that only human and human has. Point number 2, the least human performance. Human performance is very, very least. Doesn't do much of the thing. Every single thing is done by the machine, by the computers, by automation, and because of that, every single thing comes out perfect. As you have programmed the machine, programmed the computer is going to give exactly the same pattern, same quality, same durability, same utility, same of every single thing. Human is going to cut corner, human is going to ignore you, human is going to become arrogant, human is going to become vulgar, human is going to become ugly. But machine is not going to become ugly. That is unfortunately, we have actually put the machine ahead of us. Point number 3, enormous saving on payroll. Now 7 lakh people are working with Tata. Now you can understand the Tata's payroll. Tata's payroll can be humongous, Herculean, enormous, tremendous. But the same thing in Apple. Only less than 10% of the people are working with the same kind of turnover, and think about the payroll. Think about the salaries, think about the wages that Apple company would be paying. Less than 1/10 of what Tata has been paying to its 7 lakh people. This way you can save a huge amount of money on payroll, and your margin, your profit margin can go astronomical. Your profit can go astronomical, definitely, because you are saving on payroll enormously. Now 3 points we are going to discuss about totally capitalized. Totally capitalized economy, no human is there, nothing. Absolutely capitalized, capital intensive, we should say. Point number 1 is comprehensive computerization. In capital intensive economy, unlike labor intensive economy, every single thing is computerized. 3 points that we discussed about labor intensive economy, in which human was primary force. Now we are actually working on the capital intensive economy, in which machines, robots, computers, automations, computers, these kind of things are going to be primary factors in production line, in performance, in management, in administration, in production line. Every single thing would be more or less, probably 25% to 95% would be performed by machines. Point number 1 is comprehensive computerization. In capital intensive economy, every single thing is computerized. Comprehensive computerization means every single thing. Whatever can be performed by computer will be performed by computer, and whatever cannot be performed by computer will also be tried today or tomorrow to be performed by computers. Because once you put the computer, you have all your hassles are gone. Less amount of payroll you have to pay, less amount of overhead, less amount of absenteeism, less amount of complaint from the people, less amount of strikes, less amount of argument, less amount of anger, less amount of fuss and muss, less amount of quarrel in the company, less amount of every single thing would be there. Unfortunately, wherever you have a more amount of people, lots of argument occurs, lots of disgruntled occurs, lots of emotional hurt occurs, and lots of things can occur over there, including arguments and the fight and whatever happened in India in Maruti Suzuki plant in Haryana, where management and manpower actually had a fight, fist fight, stick fight, in which a couple of guys were killed, plant was set on fire, so many cars were set on fire. This happened because of the human. Computer would never do anything like that. Automation would never do anything like that. Point number 2, pen robotics, every single thing. Pen means everything, robotics. Robot will be doing every single thing from making coffee to making airplane. Every single thing from sandal to satellite, from sugar to satellite or salt to satellite. Every single thing would be performed by robots. You don't have to tell anything to robot. All you have to do is to just once you program and the robot will be doing it until eternity, without any kind of glitch, without any kind of tiredness, without any kind of break, without any kind of coffee break, without any kind of communication, without any kind of gossips, without any kind of chit-chat, without any kind of kiki things. Point number 3. TTQM, TTQM and PDAC. With capital intensive economy, you have computerization and robotics, and every single thing is automation. Every single thing would come out TTQM, total quality management. You don't have to even pinpoint anything. You don't have to whisper about the less of the quality or poor quality. You don't have to raise any kind of heckle about quality. Quality would be state of the art, quality would be cutting edge, and better quality than you have ever expected, you have ever seen, you have ever dreamed. Every single thing would be just perfect plus. That is called TTQM. The concept was first introduced by Edward Deming in 1945. He said TQM, total quality movement. Now it is total quality management, and we have added an extra T to make it more emphatic. Total quality management. And PDAC. P means lower priceability, D means higher durability, U means higher utility, and Q means higher quality. Only machine can give us, only computer can give us, only automation can give us, only robots can give us. Human cannot give us. Even though human has that kind of ability, capability, and viability, but human has laziness, slowness, sluggishness, lethargy, arrogance. These kind of negative qualities actually prevent human to give the best. Human always try to cut corner. Whether that human may be President of America or Prime Minister of India. Whatever they can do, they are not going to give you 100% shot of their ability, capability, or viability, because their laziness, their arrogance, their ignorance, their apathy, these kind of things are going to hamper their sense of giving you 100% short of their energy, short of their potential, short of their prowess, short of their guts, short of their greed. Human can actually cut corner. Machine is never going to cut corner. Human can be arrogant. Machine is not going to be arrogant. Human can be lazy. Machine is never going to be lazy. Human can be bitter. Machine is never going to be bitter. Human can be angry. Machine is never going to be angry. Human can get tired. Machine is not going to get tired. Human going to need some entertainment, some recreation, some relaxation, sleep, this sort of thing. Machine is never going to need any kind of relaxation, any kind of break, any kind of recreation or sleep. Human can get sick. Machine never gets sick. So that's all today. Thank you very much for listening. God bless everyone on this planet from all kinds of catastrophes, all kinds of calamity. Bye.